Welcome to part 6 of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and right around the corner is going to be a chain gunner. A really exciting start to the video, I know. This guy will have a small shield that protects against blaster fire, but if you can deflect enough blaster bolts back at him, the shield will break. And also, the shield's not sturdy enough to take on a lightsaber. So just as long as you can get close to this stormtrooper, he's pretty much as good as dead. Heavy Assault Trooper. The Heavy Assault Troopers are... and we'll never find out. That's the journal entry for you. Just tells you a sentence fragment of who the person is before you actually go into the menu. Anyway, there's going to be another hat across this ravine. You need to time your platforming with when he's charging up his gun. Cal can actually block in midair when you're holding down the block button, but that kind of runs the risk of you not landing on the platform perfectly and Cal just going into a shimmying state on pipes. And I wouldn't be able to block those shots if I were underneath the pipes. So that's why I was standing still on the pipes and deflecting the shots that way. And here you can scan for another seat for the terrarium, the Royal Fuzz. It's just as regal as it sounds with its fluzziness. Not really, it's alright. It's an okay plant. And we have another short climbing section to get through, if you can even call it that. And you can actually go inside this facility. In fact, it's pretty much mandatory later on to get through this entire area. Yeah, see, like that wasn't really a climbing section. Okay, we're gonna Tarzan over here and do a little bit of ice surfing. Ice surfing. I feel like I said that earlier. Oh no, it was mud surfing. I haven't said ice surfing yet. I can't even keep my running gag straight and I'm only on the second planet. Anyway, I just unlocked the shortcut here, so if I were to die, I just respawn at that save point and go back up. Oh, it's another rocket launcher guy. Hey, wasn't there supposed to be a Skaz rat here? Oh, no, there he is. Never mind. God damn it, Star Wars, stop proving me wrong. At least I took out the guy with the rocket launcher. He is pretty much the biggest nuisance of all the ranged characters. Because if they shoot you, you understandably get knocked over and take a hell of a lot of damage. But also there's a catch-22 with the rocket launcher troopers. If they or anybody else gets caught in the explosion, they will take damage and probably die too.
In accordance with the Emperor's will, we've occupied Zeffo, redistributing its inhabitants. This planet has failed to yield significant data or relics for Project Augur. Its electromagnetic winds have rendered the bulk of our mining technology useless. Meanwhile, more stormtroopers lose their lives to dangerous fauna. We will not be able to fulfill our directive here. It is my recommendation that we disband the project and leave a token outpost to keep scavengers from stealing our technology.
Project Augur, eh? That sounds like a beer. But also that explains why the Empire is still here. Hopefully they haven't discovered the tomb yet. Cross my fingers, and I'll probably die a couple of times because this game is kind of hard sometimes. Anyway, outside this room is going to be a couple of scout troopers.
Intruders there!
Oh, don't worry, you'll be one with the Force and you'll become more powerful than I can possibly imagine. Oh wait, you don't have the Force? Yeah, sorry buddy, you're screwed. That's a weird thing about how death works in Star Wars. If you know the actual deeper meaning of the Force and how everything in the universe works, you'll be a step closer to becoming a Force ghost. Most of the Jedi did not have that skill or luxury to become Force ghosts, however. It's just Yoda, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Luke, Leia, and Anakin, I forgot about him, and maybe Ben Solo? It's been a while since I've seen The Rise of Skywalker. But I'm not sure if Ben Solo became a Force ghost in that movie. Oh yeah, spoiler alert for a 4-year-old movie, Ben Solo dies. Yay, The Rise of Skywalker is still lame. Anyway, this part is kind of dangerous and kind of glitchy if you're using a PS4. I say playing this on a PS4 because there's some weird physics with Cal whenever he gets crushed by these things. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog kind of, with random crushers out of nowhere. Like, why does the Empire have these things? Is Robotnik a Grand Moff of the system? I don't know. Actually, that would be kind of neat, just having Eggman as an Imperial officer.
Cal, the Empire's pinpointed your location. You need to move fast.
On it. Thanks.
He just has the uniform and the blue and red square insignias on his chest to signify rank, but he's still Eggman, so he's fat and has the mustache and the glasses. If there's anybody who can make fan art of that, I would like to see it, because that will make my day.
Oh no, no.
I like how the stormtroopers go into panic mode whenever you thin the herd. They go from, yeah, I'm hot shit, I'm a door technician, I can take this Jedi, to, oh crap, I should have stayed on Corellia, what the hell am I doing here? And mind you, this is a Padawan, and he's still kicking these guys' ass. Well, sort of. Cal, you need to do better. Admittedly, the first couple of hours makes you wonder, did I buy the right game? I was expecting a Jedi power fantasy, but once you get to the next planet, or maybe 2 planets from now, and you start getting your Force abilities, that's when the game gets really fun. And going back to the Force Unleashed, I still like that game for how ridiculous it gets, but it's also got the fair amount of challenge too. Like, you can't get shot too many times on Grandmaster mode, otherwise you die very quickly. And the boss fights in Force Unleashed are very challenging on Grandmaster mode too, especially the fight with the mechanical arm guy. Castan Paratus, that's his name. You get hit twice by him, you lose health. Very quickly. Very, very quickly.
What do they know?
No mention of Cordova. I don't think the Empire knows he's been here.
Then we have the advantage. For now.
This game opts for a more Souls-like challenge, but it's not quite as intense. Oh no, this game is actually very walk in the park compared to a Souls-like. But it is definitely one of the more challenging Star Wars games to come out recently. Especially comparing it to... Holy crap, the only other Star Wars games that came out recently are Squadrons and Battlefronts 1 and 2. And Survivor, which is a sequel. And I guess you can count Lego Star Wars. This game is definitely the more challenging of the bunch, and that includes Survivor. Okay, I got a perfect parry, and I missed. There was an invisible wall between the Scass and me.
That's interesting. We're on the right track.
Yes, we are. But the real question is, are the Imperials on the right track too? We shall see. Hopefully the wildlife can actually help us out and stall the stormtroopers for a while. I honestly thought that bread-ass room was the exit, but no, it turns out it's through this dark hallway.
Can't get through. There's a storm up ahead. Something about it crippled the Empire's equipment. I can feel something pulling me there, beyond the storm.
Follow it. Let the Force sharpen your instincts.
All right. I'll do my best.
Here's the temple that's causing the storm, and we got a whole bunch of rams in the area, so we gotta be careful. And it looks like we got more skill points. Let's see what we can get. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid overpowered cow. I won't be getting anything else until, I want to say the end of the part, because that's when I get the next Force ability. And this temple slash tomb is home to one of the more annoying puzzles in the game. And this game has a lot of fairly annoying puzzles, which is something I thought Jedi Survivor would have toned down, but no, it actually doubled down on it. And Jedi Survivor also has more platforming than this game does, by a long shot.
Hey now. Something we can use?
We just got the Duty and Resolve 2 lightsaber sleeve, which I'm probably not even gonna use.
Huh. Another one of these. Wonder if they connect.
The strange thing about the customization of the lightsaber in this game is you can get a lot of parts for the hilt and customize that. but you're still very limited for what color your lightsaber is for this part of the game. The starting colors are blue, green, and orange, and they pretty much stay that way for about 3/4 of Fallen Order. So basically when the game is over. There is a new game plus, however, and you can take whatever color lightsaber you can into that. But for your first time playthrough, you're stuck with 3 colors until a certain point in the story. And that's kind of disappointing. Say if you wanted a purple lightsaber like badass motherfucker Mace Windu, you won't be able to have it for a while. If you wanted a yellow lightsaber like Rey, you won't be able to have it for a while. That is something that's gladly fixed in Jedi Survivor. You can have all of the lightsaber colors at the start of the game. However, having a red lightsaber is still relegated to New Game Plus in that game, which I guess makes sense. I mean, what Jedi is going to have a Sith red lightsaber? More experience points. Sweet. Now I do recommend taking out as many enemies and exploring as much as you can. It's because you want Cal to have his lightsaber skills and his force aptitude. Upgrade his force stasis, upgrade his health bar, etc, etc. Dathomir, despite it being a very dangerous planet, is actually a good place to build levels. Think of it as an RPG, which Jedi Fallen Order technically is. The more deadly the opponents are, the more experience you'll gain when you slay them.
Never seen a storm do that before. Yeah, it's incredible.
My friend, I believe this to be the earliest Zeffo site we've uncovered yet, despite my reservations. I cannot chase the Bogano vault from my mind. Its visions shape the direction of an entire culture. I must understand why.
I'm in the tomb. It's massive.
And the Empire?
No sign of them down here.
What about Cordova?
Still not sure what I'm supposed to find. He's a little...
Eccentric? Tell me about it. But he wouldn't send us here for his amusement. Keep an open mind.
The Eye of the Storm. I just named the previous episode that. Shit. I guess I'll just go with another pop culture reference for the title of this video.
Ugh.
Anyway, you have these weird pods here. Don't touch them. They sting. All the plants really do is bloat up whenever you or something else gets near them. So they're not dangerous on their own, but during platforming sections, you gotta watch out where you're stepping. And it's a good thing Cal is light in the ass, because how else will he fit through here? And even then, it doesn't even look like he can fit at all. He's just getting by somehow. Alright, so Skungus is the official name for these plant things. And like I said before, they prick you when you touch them. They don't do that much damage, but they do stun lock you. And here is where one of the annoying puzzles begins. And it starts with balls. And rats. That's not a healthy combination at all. Balls and rats. So you have to take the gas rats out first, and then you have to activate the wind tunnels. And through opening different wind tunnels, you have to get the ball into the center of the room. Somebody make a Happy Gilmore reference, because this ball does not want to go home for the life of it. So the way this works, because Cal does not have push yet, is you gotta open this door, and then you gotta open another door over here. Or no, there's not another door over there. Shit, I think it's just like you open the center door and then you open 2 other doors at the same time too. And then you have to close a certain door too, and it's kind of obtuse at times, to be honest. Like, what is this puzzle? Why is it here?
There's not just wind rippling through these chimes. Voices. The past.
Whispers. You could say it's a whisper in the wind. Haha, wrestling reference, even though that's the name of a song first. And I think I just found the new subtitle for this video. No, I'm not gonna call it balls. Even though this puzzle is balls and it sucks, I'm not gonna call the video just that. Come on, stupid ball puzzle. And slowing the thing down doesn't work because momentum stops as well. You would think the ball would still be pushed by the wind if it's in stasis, but no, everything stopped. BD1, give me a hint.
Seems like these spheres are related to the sockets on the ground. What do you think, BD?
That was not a hint, BD. And also, there's just this random gust of wind that you can't control because it's in a crack in the wall. You know what? Fuck it, fast forward. I'm done with this shit. Alright, I had to de-stress a little bit by seeing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is probably not the best movie to de-stress to, but hey, it was a fun time. You should see that. I love Guardians, and I ate a whole bunch of Twizzlers. Like any of that mattered. But we're still on this ball puzzle, which is by far probably the top contender for the worst puzzle in the entire game. And I know some people out there are probably watching this and thinking, oh my god, this puzzle is easy, what the hell is he doing? And yeah, you're right, what the hell am I doing? Because I don't know. I'm just flying by the seat of my ass. There we go. And all of that for a Force Essence. So technically I didn't even need to do the puzzle. But it's worth it.
These were used in Zeffo meditation rituals. I think they were training Force users.
Oh, nice. A revelation that Force users were here. That means Cordova could be nearby. Or he's possibly dead. Cordova is definitely somewhere nearby, hopefully. You know, I still find it weird that there's animal dismemberment but not human dismemberment. Like, what's up with that? And it was even like that for the first Disney Star Wars movie, Episode 7. There was barely any dismemberment in that movie at all, from what I've remembered. There was more blood, like the characters were bleeding more often, but in terms of dismemberment, like nobody actually got their limbs chopped off. Even with the ferocity of how the lightsabers were swung, especially with Kylo Ren getting face fucked, you would think that he would lose more than just skin. I was genuinely expecting him to miss an eyeball in Episode 8, but no, he just had a scratch. 'Tis but a scratch. And for all the weird random stuff that happened in Episode 8, I did like the fact that it was a bit more violent and darker. Whenever Episode 8 was not using the Marvel brand humor, that is. Like the final battle, that felt like Star Wars. Leia felt like Star Wars, even though there's that weird part where she floated back into the ship from outer space. Yeah, that was one of the weirder parts of that movie. You see, I used to hate The Last Jedi with a passion, but I still don't really like that movie, but it's grown on me over time. The Last Jedi is definitely not the worst Star Wars movie ever made. That honor belongs to The Rise of Skywalker. But anyway, enough about that. We got a Temple Guardian. And he is a pain in the ass, because I don't have the proper force ability to knock him out. He's got an area of effect stomp, which I somehow dodged. I don't even know how that's possible. And he's got a ground stomp. Well, not a ground stomp, but a ground pound. I dodged that, you cheating bastard. You see, this guy is cheap. You're beating me up because I have a green lightsaber and you don't. And you're late for Christmas.
Give me a stim.
The stomps and the ground pounds are not the only attacks, as he's got this area sweeping laser, which you can just dodge through. It's not really that dangerous. And he's also got an energy ball attack. The energy ball attacks are definitely more dangerous than the lasers because he shoots them at random spots, and you could potentially run into an exploding energy ball if you're not careful.
Thanks, BD1.
But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Last Jedi. I'm over it. It's an okay movie. I don't really like it that much, but I still watch it now and then. If you would give me any Star Wars film to watch any day of the week, it would be Episode 3, 4, 5, 6 on a good day, 7, 1, 2, 8, 9, Rogue One is probably my third favorite Star Wars film after A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Solo would probably be more towards the bottom, but at the top of the bottom list, so maybe after 1 but before 7? I'm not sure. I have to rank my Star Wars films again. I know Empire Strikes Back is definitely my favorite. And The Empire Strikes Back will continue to be my favorite film for as long as time stands, unless Lucasfilm decides, hey, let's actually make a good Star Wars film again. And Rogue One was almost as good as The Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope, but it was just missing something. The characters felt kind of generic, except for K2SO. They were just there, honestly. I mean, Andor was pretty cool. He's got his own series, which is, I heard, is fantastic. I still have to see that one. Felicity Jones's character, Jyn Erso, quite honestly, is not the most interesting character in the whole entire movie, but I don't know. And you got the whole other supporting cast, which I'm forgetting half of, except for Donnie Yen's character and K2SO, the security droid. You know, those guys were badass. Especially Donnie Yen, who was just taking out stormtroopers, and he's blind. So, yeah, points to Donnie Yen for being awesome. And K2SO is kind of a sassy bitch. But it's freaking amazing how they made a security droid have more personality than most of the cast.
Ugh. Guess a lightsaber can't solve everything.
Oh geez, Rogue One. I need to watch Rogue One again. That was a genuinely good Star Wars film, even if some of the characters were kind of boring at times. It's got some of the best battle scenes in all of the entire series. And we have another Temple Guardian. I just want my Force push. You actually have to defeat this droid in order to move on. Cal has to activate some sort of switch. Jump away from the shockwaves, that's good. Roll. What? There's no way that should have hit me. That was absolutely brain dead just there. Sometimes there's a shockwave effect for that ground pound, other times there's not. It makes no sense. It didn't knock me over that time. Where's the consistency, game? Ah! I hate these guys. Alright, so now the win to activate it. I guess I didn't even need to press a switch, but I still need to defeat the Temple Guard. And I can't access that Force Essence. It's going to mock me for the entire game. Oh, come on, Cal, get up there. Get your ass up there. Ah, fine, I'll do it the normal way. Who would have thought a slight incline on the floor would just force an entire person off? There we go. Finally, now we can move on and hopefully get our Force push. The moment I've been waiting for. Cal's connection to the Force strengthens. If you were a Jedi, or a Sith, or an Inquisitor, what Force ability would you want the most?
Scanning again? Thanks for the help.
Ancient statues, that's really just lore, nothing special about that entry. And I can't go through here yet. But right here we're about to enter a very important Force Echo.
Focus! The Jedi do not seek aggression, but we stand against it. The Force is there to shield us. The obstacles in your path define the path. What stands in the way becomes the way. Now, try again. Good. Continue. Faster now. Complete the test.
What stands in the way becomes the way.
And the Force push has been unlocked, meaning Cal is 10 times more badass than he was before.
My friend, take a look at the detail on this bark. The distinctive striations. It can only be a Rocha tree from Kashyyyk. It's time to call on an old friend. If the Zeffo had contact with Kashyyyk, there is a good chance Chieftain Tarrful will know about it.
Tarrful. That is a name I have not heard in a long time. Now, if you remember Tarrful, he made a slight cameo in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Very slight. It was like not even 5 minutes of screen time. And that was pretty much the only time we see Tarrful in the movies, when he was bidding Yoda farewell. Tarrful thankfully has a more extended role in this game. And now that I have the Force push, I can turn this guy into mincemeat. Haha, take that, you old bucket of bolts. Now that I have my Force push, I can officially end the episode. So I will see you guys in part 7 of Jedi Fallen Order.